Just because there's pain, it doesn't mean there's a wound. It just means there's evidence that something happened. I see Madison's coming out of the box. Why would there still be pain if you're healed? If there's still pain, that would mean there is still a wound, right? No. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's still a wound at all. Allow me to assist. You're taking it physical. I'll take it physical with you. Some years ago, many of you noticed I had an accident on the mountain when I was up in the mountains riding my bike. And you've heard the story, dislocated clavicle, broke 2 ribs, punctured lung, torn rotative cuff, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm healed. But there's times that where my ribs broke, I have pain here. If I go to lift a certain way at certain angles, I feel a pain there, but I'm healed. There's no wound there.
That's good.
I'm healed, but there's evidence that something happened. So what I'm saying to you is that just because there's pain, it doesn't mean there's a wound. It just means there's evidence that something happened. Right? So somewhere there's I'm sure there's scar tissue, but that's healed.
Yeah.
No doctor's looking at it and saying, oh, well, you got scar tissue, so you're not healed. No, that's actually a sign that you're healed. Right. And so I think what's happening is that when we think of pain, we immediately go into the place of natural. Yes, we go natural. But where I'm trying to take you to is to more of the spiritual realm of things and understanding, yes, we experience, like, for instance, if we say it this way, Miss Madison, if I'm experiencing pain in my emotions, there's no wound there. There's no literal wound that's there. There's an emotional wound, I guess you could say, but there's no literal wound there. We can still feel the pain when the pain is just evidence that something did happen. And sometimes that's good, because when I feel that pain, often I think I could have been dead. That's good. Glory be to God. And the pain that I feel reminds me of how good God is. Right? I don't always 100% think that, but periodically I think that, oh man, that's the day I could have died. That's the day I could have died. So the pain, oh man, what's that for? Oh yeah, because that mountain accident I had, that's the day I could have died. And then if I look at all that God has afforded me to be able to do, and how those people have been a blessing to me since that time, I've been a blessing to people. I think, man, wow, this would never have happened if God hadn't shown me mercy that day on the mountain. Right. And so it doesn't necessarily mean at all that there's still a wound. Now, let me say this. You can still have a thought, and this is where we must get into ourselves. Don't let the thought be the wound. They say